We are live! Hello everybody! And guess whose house we're at? The infamous Cath Hermans. And why are you hiding around the corner over there? Come and say hello.
Hello, it's the granny who work on everybody's nerves.
You're not going to cook with us tonight?
No.
No. She'll give us instructions from the sidelines.
Yeah. Okay.
So, swipe in, let us know if you're here. I think tonight we've divided Jeff. Those that like livers and those that do not.
Yeah, I think so. It's you know, when I chose this recipe, I thought my dad was a chef, and I always remember my dad while growing up saying, "Look, I won't force you to eat, but you need to taste everything." And the day came where the liver was on the table, and I went, "There's no way I'm tasting this." And it's a required taste. You can't just eat liver. But friends of mine overseas, they used to have liver every Friday. So that's why I decided let's do liver.
And it's I think it's a good way to show people that there are other protein options, and like you said, to not write it off before you've given it a shot. But a really good protein option, high in protein, low in fat, so such a good choice. But something that you could get used to. I like chicken liver pate. I can't say I quite enjoy pieces of liver, but I'm going to give it a go. Are you a real foodie if you don't keep your options open?
Now, the thing is, the one thing I cannot cook is risotto. I have never, rice and risotto is my no dish to go to because I absolutely cannot cook it. So,
well, let's hope for the best. There are a few tips and tricks that can help get it right, so we'll talk you through those a little bit later. But we've got Charmaine, Candice, Pat, Linda. Hello guys, and thanks for joining us. I think there might be some other comments on the other feeds, but let us know if you're here and if you are going to be cooking livers.
I'm going to put my glasses.
Okay. So while we're waiting for a couple more minutes for everybody to arrive, we haven't prepped anything, so it's all just here waiting to get started, and we will prep it as we go. But you will need risotto rice, obviously, which is also called arborio rice. If you couldn't find that, sushi rice would do the same job. The difference between this rice and normal rice is that it's really high in starch, and that's what makes risotto so nice and creamy. So you want to cook it slowly and adding liquid little bit by little bit by little bit, because then the risotto rice molecules can kind of bump against each other, and that releases the starch and makes it nice and creamy. And then onion for flavor. Chicken stock, we're cheating and we're just using bought chicken stock, but if you had some time, we're going to use actual time as well, but if you had some time, then make your own homemade chicken stock. I think that's the actual secret to a tasty risotto, and that's what your dad said as well. The trick was in the stock. And then some wine, but that's just going to cook off and just add some flavor. Some chefs don't like adding wine because it can leave a bitter taste in the risotto, but up to you, wine or sherry, things like that. And then we've got mushrooms, so some exotic mushrooms there, but you could use normal mushrooms if you couldn't find those. And then some Parmesan cheese for the end. We're only going to put that right at the end when the risotto is already cooked. And then obviously the livers. So those will also get cooked separately and then stirred through at the end. Served with whatever veggies or a side salad you want. Taryn says you're looking gorgeous.
Thank you, Taryn. Sorry, I'm not just... Hi everyone. Hi.
Cindine, Luna, Tessa. Yep, the liver is something new, but I think it'll just add to the creaminess and the richness of risotto. Cindine's here. Chill, chicken breasts, perfect. So substitute the livers for whatever protein you want, and it'll still come out really well. Joy, Beverly, everybody's here. Well, I'm glad to see you all here because I saw a couple of comments, people were nervous. But we've got a few people very excited. So it's 6:30 on the dot. Do you want to quickly show us this amazing recipe book that you found?
So first of all, you all know Granny.
Should I hold this?
This is, today is in memory of Daddy. And Daddy was a great chef. So as Granny would tell you, but if she starts talking, then we have to finish. So I'll try and make it short. So Daddy was a chef, and he went to hotel school in Brussels, in Belgium, and then he went on to Switzerland, and that's where he met Granny, and that's where I was born, and that's where my love for cooking comes. And Daddy passed away. It's going to be 3 years this year. And yeah, so I was they were living with me here, so we hated it when Daddy used to cook because he was a chef. He wasn't used to, cleaning his own pots. So we always used to say that, please do not cook. So that's how I actually started cooking. And then I was looking through his stuff, and then I found this amazing handwritten. I literally found it. I actually literally found it. I don't know if you can see this. I found it when we spoke about it, like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, when we requested recipes from heroic women or for heroic women, and this is one that's sent.
And this is like from, I don't know if you can see, but it's all handwritten, and it dates from 1959. I wasn't even born. So,
amazing! So much pressure to get tonight's recipe.
Yeah, it is. And actually, when you think about it, when you go, risotto is like a new thing, it's like an in thing. Well, actually, it's not. In 1959, they already used to make recipes of it. So, so I'm quite excited because I've never done it. I've eaten it when I was a child, but as I say, I can't. And I miss it every time. It's overcooked. So this totally.
We better get it right, and hopefully it will jog some memories from when you had it.
Yes,
a youngster.
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is cook an onion. So we're just going to roughly chop your onion. Would you like that job? Okay. So just roughly chop an onion, get a pot on the go with some butter and some olive oil. Butter obviously for delicious richness, and then the olive oil is going to stop the butter from burning. So get that chopped up, and then we're going to fry that just till it's cooked, not too cooked. And then the mushrooms are going to go in, so cook those before we add the risotto rice. So get your pot on to warm up. And then this is the olive oil. And we're multitasking here as well so that we can feed all the students. So we're going to double up on our recipe.
Yeah, so there is there's quite a few to cook for. So
trying to check that we're doing our job correctly. Joy, so you can put some garlic if you want to, but just like the white wine, the garlic can also leave a bit of taste to your risotto. So it's not included in this recipe, but go for it if you would like that. Tracy says she dumped the gun and started early in the was using biltong powder instead of liver. That's interesting. Yeah.
Nice.
Kat says hello, Granny. And everyone just says it's very special and sentimental, all those recipes. You'll have to maybe take photos of all of them just to preserve them for even longer.
I'm looking for someone. If anyone knows anyone, sorry, I don't know how this works.
It's opposite.
If anyone knows anyone and can give me advice on how to keep it, or because even taking photocopies,
pages are fragile.
So that's why I don't use it often. And I actually just found it, but I just try to not page through it too much.
Yeah, I've got to look after these things. Even old photographs. I once spent the December holiday with this app to take photos of photos.
Is that okay?
Have digital. A little bit finer chopped. All those old photos of grandparents can deteriorate over time. Okay, so some butter and olive oil in the pot. You don't want a pot that's too big because you don't want the rice to...
Oh
between the two. Don't want the rice to be in a flat layer. It's not going to cook as well as it should and have nice liquid around it. So quite a, not a shallow pot, but it's big enough for the amount of rice that you're going to be cooking.
How much did you put it on?
I don't know.
The heat.
Yeah.
It takes a while to, no, put it above and then you take it down. Sorry, I don't have Coach Abrams stove yet.
Wow, daydreaming about that beauty. When can we drink the wine? Well, I think you should probably have a glass while you're cooking this. Candace, the music is apparently a little bit too loud. Turn it down a little bit. Oh, the question. Everyone commenting on that. But our wine is warm, so it would be too nice to drink. Okay.
Ta-da!
Oh, she's got cold wine.
Actually, I don't drink, so I saw this can be quite interesting. Vanilla Chardonnay. I'm sure my daughter is house sitting next door, so she's not going to drive. I'm sure she will.
And any white wine would go. It's been standing open in the fridge for a couple of days. Get rid of it in your cooking. It's still going to add some nice flavors.
Happy with it?
Okay, perfect. That can go in the pot. The butter is starting to melt. Should we move this? I'm going to move the camera. Bear with us for a second. Move the camera to the stove so that you can see what's happening there.
And also while she's stirring the pot, we're making two. We have to make a vegetarian one as well. So I'll just use what we have and add some. I added some cherry tomatoes in the air fryer, of course, air fryer wood, and a little bit of olive oil, and that will be for the vegetarian. Yeah. What else can I?
Okay, then you can start chopping mushrooms, slicing mushrooms to get those ready to go in. And you can get your kettle on the boil so that you've got some nice warm stock ready to add when it's time. Because you don't want to add cold stock to your risotto because then it's going to stop the cooking process. So nice warm stock. Ideally, have it in a pot on a little simmer so that it stays at a nice warm temperature. But we're not cooking ginormous batches, so we should be all right. Standing around wine, what is that? Yeah. One of my clients, what were we over the Melanzane from last week? She was like, well, what do you want me to do with the rest of this bottle of wine that I've now opened? Yeah, so just chop these any which way. And then we will add those to our onions just now. I love these guys. These are so cool. Those mushrooms.
I tried to grow them myself, and I did get a few, but I'm not sure what's happening at the moment. So yeah.
Okay.
Because I try, so I've got veggies. I've usually grown my own.
Okay. That's
or-
my dream,
yeah.
to have a garden big enough for some veggies.
It's not a big one, but it's enough for all of us. And then the students, we've got another project, and it's got to be quite a big veggie garden there. So that we busy growing seedlings. And
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, things are slowly starting to sizzle here. It's a nice thick bottomed pot, that's why it's taking a while to warm up, but it will retain the heat nicely. Okay, so onions cooking in butter and olive oil while you are chopping up your mushrooms. And there is another one. Ooh, they make these things How many of you are going to be trying the livers? And how many of you have improvised with something else? Let us know. I think what could also be quite cool is to almost puree the livers, like you would for chicken liver pate, and then stir that through the risotto. Because then it'll just add the flavor and not the consistency. Okay, so many mushrooms, but they cook into nothing. For those of you that hadn't swiped in as we got started, liver is a really good source of protein. Super high in protein, but very low in fat. Good source of iron. So something that we should probably add more of to our diets. And I think it's cool to, like if we're going to eat animals, make the most of it. Don't waste things. There's so much that we can do. Okay, so that's just got to sweat basically. And it'll go a little bit see-through, translucent.
And just cut this. We're going to use this because
Joy is cooking livers. Selma's doing livers. Kara's got livers. Oh, I'm so glad there's still some of you. Leftover roast chicken, good idea.
oh, yes, I
Hello. Good on you. Got lots of sous chefs in the kitchen.
Now I've lost my chef because Alex was in charge every Wednesday. And so now what we do is my students choose a Wednesday and then they will do the cook-along. And obviously they love it when it's meat and fries and all that kind of thing. So I'm quite excited for Saturday because it's going to be a nice frying going. So my students will be frying.
Very cool.
Yes.
You should have seen that face. We're using chicken livers.
Her face. I'm just not a fan of chicken livers at all.
How much of a chance have you given them?
No, fair enough. And I trust your cooking, so definitely going to try.
So the onions are looking good, and remember they're going to keep cooking throughout the rest of tonight's cook. So we can add the mushrooms in now. All of that. So get your mushrooms just kind of wilted, softened a little bit. Hello, Margs. Nice to have you here. Might need to add a spot more oil. We've got loads of mushrooms in there.
So just to show you what I did for wrap, I don't know what the camera is. I can only post on Facebook, okay? That's what I'm good at. The rest don't ask me to be IT.
Not getting you the camera. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. So these are just the baby tomatoes with some olive oil and whatever I have in the fridge and it's on fire. 2 minutes, 180. There we go.
Looks delicious. Lots of color. Okay, so in with your mushrooms, some thyme. Thyme plays really well with mushrooms. So you can just pick those leaves in there. And I see a question about a chef-approved chicken liver pate. It's definitely something we could work on. The problem is all the cream. So maybe we could try to put cheese.
The butter. You don't use. You use cream a little bit. But
Cream and butter, yeah.
yeah. But I'm sure you'll sort it out.
We will. We did a cheesecake. We can do anything.
I'm still waiting for my creme brulee,
Oh,
by the way.
Okay. Next on the list.
I've been asking for a year. Gosh, I can't get used to this. Okay, let me not move. There we go. So, I want to know if Liz is here because she promised me she would watch me. I had my assessment today. Well, not really an assessment, but because I'm nothing to assess at the moment because I'm not allowed to do any physical or sports, but that doesn't keep me from eating healthy, go for my walks, listen to the ads. So it's, Jeff for life. It's not just Jeff when you're healthy and jumping around. And I just wanted to say, thanks to you guys are actually doing quite well with the COVID. It is long COVID and it will take forever. But everyone was there to support me, and that's what's amazing. Because I would have gone to a gym, I would have totally stopped, and I would have stayed in bed the whole day and just probably eat my life away. Whereas with all the support, we're cooking healthily, we chat to people, lots of people in the same with COVID, so we're all here to support one another. That's my big fortnut.
Exactly. Okay, so time in. Shouldn't you add salt to chicken liver so they don't sweat? I don't know. But that is definitely something we could investigate. Have you heard of, I've only ever cooked chicken livers to make chicken liver pate.
Yeah, they give.
If you put salt on, they would sweat.
Yeah, they would sweat.
So maybe you cook them with no salt, and then you only salt them at the end when you're going to serve them.
I think
they will seal in.
Yeah, I think the main reason for salting is also to get the juices out, which some recipes do need, and others need more drier. Actually, very good question.
Yeah.
I will look that up.
Sandine says Liz is here. She did say hello somewhere.
Okay. Sorry.
Annalise is here.
Hi, Annalise.
Mhm.
You want to come over?
Oh, she was a transformer.
Around the corner.
Okay. Pop in for some chicken liver risotto. Okay, mushrooms are getting there. You guys might be slightly ahead of us because we've got a big pot.
Yeah, sorry about
Mushrooms.
that. And story of the pot. These pots are my dad's pots as well, so they do date. Some really date. How old, mommy?
The pot.
Yeah.
For daddy, 50, 60 years.
Yeah, because they were from his mom and dad, and that's the only thing I wanted. And these as well. I said, I'm not taking anything with me from Belgium, but I'm taking the pots. And his knives are somewhere, and I haven't found them yet. So that's my next.
This is the pot.
Okay, so our mushrooms still have a little while to go, but because they're going to keep cooking as we cook, I'm gonna start the next thing. So I'm going to put a little bit more oil because now you're going to put the risotto in to coat it in oil and kind of toast it a little bit just to draw out some of its nuttiness. Just coat it in the oil. So risotto is going in. And then is that our ketchup boiling? Okay, so make some boil. Okay, cool. So you can also prepare your stock. Okay, just coating. So this is about the last time that you're going to stir the risotto so much. Once we've added the liquid, bit by bit by bit, you don't want to stir it too much. You want to leave it to just jiggle around and for all the starch to come out of it to make the creaminess. If you stir it,
Sorry, I thought I had. Are you using
chicken stock,
Yeah, okay.
we want to use veggie stock for the Get sherry. Yeah, we can if you've got some.
It's vegan.
Oh, how does that work? Chicken stock is vegan. Interesting.
That's why I make my own stock. Okay, so whenever we have roast,
Well, where's
Then
our
next year-
homemade stock? So if you stir it too much, you're just going to make mushiness. And if you add all your liquid at once, you're just boiling rice. So you want to add like spoonful by spoonful.
yeah, but then put you on ready for something else.
Oh, well done.
And my other one is frozen. Next time. Yeah. Sorry,
Okay. Joy on cheesecake. Smooth cottage cheese, cream cottage cheese. Well, creamed has extra cream. So if you look at the nutritional information, it's higher in fat. I think 100 grams gives you 2 fat portions. So if you want to keep your cheesecake even lower fat, just use smooth, low-fat cottage cheese. But I put a little bit of creamed cottage cheese just to still give the cheesecake that richness. Hello, Lenore. Cool. So is everybody up to speed? This risotto is just toasting slightly in the oil.
How much chicken stock did we say?
We need about 3 liters, but everyone else will need 1.5 or 1.75. Okay. Then when that's toasted, then you're going to put your mix 1 teaspoon to 1 cup. So we need 6 teaspoons.
60.
Now you're going to put your wine in to your risotto and let the alcohol cook off. I'm guessing you're going to win this. A little bit more. Because why not? Go. Lots of people in the kitchen tonight.
How's it going?
You want to come and cook?
Not really, no. I have so much work to do.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you go and do your work and
3 liters.
we'll come feed you. Yeah, 1.75. I think it was. Yep.
So that's 1 liter.
You can always top up as you go.
Yeah.
I'll just do half of that. Another tip for risotto, so you know with regular rice you'll rinse it to rinse off the starch so that it's not sticky.
Why did it now?
Does it look like the wine on Facebook? Almost.
Hi, lady. I'm getting hungry now.
Oh, getting hungry. Yay!
Thank you.
So with normal rice, you'll rinse it to get rid of the starch. With risotto rice, you don't rinse it because you want that starch for the creaminess. So that's just another risotto tip. So as soon as that wine has cooked and absorbed into the risotto, then you're going to start adding stock little bit by little bit by little bit, and then let it absorb. And then just like pasta, you want your risotto to be al dente, so that means cooked but firm. You should just be able to break it with or pierce it with your fingernail, but it shouldn't be too soft and stodgy. So some restaurants will shape risotto into a mound. That's not the way you want it. You want it kind of porridgey. Still a little bit like vegan chicken stock. That's what we're laughing at.
Yeah, this is for you. Oh.
Okie dokie. So, I'm going to put some stock in.
Yeah.
Give it a little stir. And then you're going to leave it to just absorb and cook the rice.
This is only 1 liter, huh?
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll keep topping up as we need more. Yeah.
Where's your sister?
Time. Oh.
doesn't show myself.
No, Joy, you're not a pain at all. It's good to ask questions. Everybody else managing. How is your risotto looking? How's it smelling? Are you keeping up? You can put what we've got some leeks here. I think we probably should have put them in with the onions in the beginning, but you can put whatever other veggies you want. You could puree some pumpkin and do a pumpkin risotto, or puree some spinach and broccoli and make green risotto. There's so much that you can do with it. Okay, that's bubbling away. So I'd say every minute or so you can give it a bit of a stir, but don't over mix it.
And you have to leave not the lid on, like you just, because you will stir it and just leave it.
Yeah. You just want to stir it so that it doesn't stick to the bottom.
Yeah. And what about any, oh, you did put herbs and salt and pepper. And
Salt, pepper, I put near the end, yeah. And the same as the cheese. Put the cheese right at the end. Those guys you could pop in your air fryer to serve with it a little bit later.
Okay.
And then we can get a pan on the go to cook our chicken livers. Joy, if you didn't already add the garlic to your risotto, maybe you could add the garlic when you cook your chicken livers. I think that could be quite a good idea. Okay. Hopefully these have been prepared, because I think sometimes you're supposed to
take the
trim
bits
bits and pieces off it.
Oh. Are these the woolies ones?
Yeah.
Mine probably not.
Okay, let's check them out and see. Add cauliflower to reduce the carb content. Yep, you could definitely do that, but the cauliflower is not going to absorb liquid like the risotto would. So maybe cook the risotto first and then stir through some cauliflower at the end to bulk it up. Okay, how are we looking? That first addition of stock is almost absorbed, then you can add some more. Oh, wow.
The girls were much wilder last week, eh? We like more like a, the quieter lot.
Do you think we need to trim them?
Let's see. No, they're fine.
Okay.
They're done. It's just that little piece in the middle here, but it's gone. Look,
Yeah.
you see.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Look, it's just that when those are all clean, but it's just that if you see that white little,
Like the same kind of
Yeah.
sinew you'd get on fillet.
yes. So, and the easiest is actually, as my dad used to say, take scissors and cut.
I bought fresh chicken livers. Are the smaller ones fresh or frozen?
They are frozen.
Frozen. So either or.
Yeah, these are very clean.
So replacement for the cheese, you could put nutritional yeast for the cheesy flavor, but then you get a vegan Parmesan cheese. You could just put that in, and it'll still make it nice and creamy and cheesy. Already done and had supper was nice. Great. You're all so efficient. 7 o'clock and we're still cooking.
Sorry. I should have started earlier when I forgot to say my students also have to.
Okay, next one going in.
No. Voilà. Et si vous pouvez la payer.
Il ne sait pas venir.
Elle ne sait pas venir.
My dad loves risotto. He cooks it probably at least once a week, I'd say. And he always does something different. Yeah, vegan parmesan will do the job. The risotto will be creamy enough. It's just to add a little bit extra to be quite decadent.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the broccoli and put them in the air fryer. Oh, my brain is not working. In the air fryer, and for just a little bit of olive oil. I'm happy with that.
So, risotto, I wouldn't say, so you actually do get a brown risotto that will have higher fiber, but it's not as common and it's not what you would find in a restaurant. But I think when eating something like this, it's a once in a while thing. So don't overthink it, don't overanalyze it, just enjoy it for the unique food that it is. You know, the same as if you went out and had a pasta or a pizza. Just enjoy it. It's something traditional. It's Italian. So it's not an unhealthy carb, but it is high in starch, which what gives it its unique characteristics. But I don't know if I've ever seen
This is wraps. Okay.
We're gonna add that to the risotto at the end. And you want to cook on a medium heat because the low heat's going to cook too slow and it's going to get stodgy. High heat's going to burn on the bottom. So somewhere in the middle where it's just sticking, but if you give it a stir, you lift it off the bottom of the pot.
You know what I love cooking with Toni? The kitchen is spotless. I like that a lot.
Tidy as you go. Otherwise, it's too chaotic. But you know what? When we were starting, and I said to Cath, would you like to wear the MasterChef apron? And I turn around and she's already wearing hers. And she's like, I've worn the MasterChef long before you were. So we're both in MasterChef attire tonight.
I was hoping to get another one, but yeah, they're hard to get, eh? They really are hard to get.
Okay, that's nice and hot. Chicken livers in there.
Cheats a bit.
How's everybody doing?
Sorry guys, we are nearly done, hey? But if you are done already, you can post your pictures.
Yeah, go and eat and enjoy. Or just hang around. I wish we could have people like an intercom system so that people could talk to us and not just post their comments. That would be cool.
We should actually do a Zoom.
Yeah, a Zoom cook along.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just add a bit more time. Just be generous with it. For some good flavor. Ooh, you want chicken livers, don't you? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so the Spa frozen ones have got a little bit of, you know, what stuff you have to take. But otherwise, the other one Toni got were absolutely perfect, so you should cook them directly.
Come. Shame, it must be torture for them.
And they had supper before. I made sure they had supper before. Here we go. Sorry, up. Do you need some more liquids there?
Almost.
Papelita. There you go.
Hopefully this special pot is giving us good luck.
Yeah, sorry.
And our risotto is going to turn out amazing. Can one freeze the risotto? I think, I'd say you can. I've done it before, but what you can also do if you don't use up all your risotto is make arancini balls. Those are also amazing. So you take leftover risotto, shape them into a ball, stuff some mozzarella in the middle, and then like secure the mozzarella in the ball, rub it in some breadcrumbs, and then fry them. And then you bite into this crunchy, risotto-y, melty mozzarella ball. So good. Not Jeff approved.
I was just gonna say, is it Jeff approved? And now she's telling us it's not. I mean, we'll have to make it Jeff approved. I'm sure there's a way. There will be a way.
We have it at starch.
Oh, we mustn't forget to put them on.
Yeah, we'll only add the right
Yeah.
there.
Do you keep the livers whole or do you slice them?
I think we cook them whole and then maybe chop them after. Delicious. Back to the arancini balls. Okay, I'm gonna just get some more stock going. Yeah, even more reason to make your own stock. Chicken stock is vegan, because then what is in there?
But actually, I found out it was vegan because Raf is vegetarian, and I was cooking and I ran out of turkey stock, and I kind of it's like, oh, let me just look what the ingredients are in there. And I realized it was vegan. So I went, okay. Well, that one. Not
Yeah,
talking about
not
all
all
of
of
them,
them,
eh?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
sorry, I'm just like in and out here, just finishing livers. Sorry, there we go. So, guys, I just want to ask, everyone's very excited with the new courses that are coming on. Which ones are we going to do? Because I can't decide. I did obviously the Coach Adrian one already. So, which one are you going to do?
I did Coach Adrian and Liz's one in the first round. So I'll have to see. Maybe I think series one sounds good.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Difficult.
Yeah.
But I think my youngest is going to do Kathleen's one. I think she needs to, yeah. And I'm dying to do series one actually.
Okay.
Yes,
Cooking livers.
yes.
Okay. In the pan.
Oh, first we need to get some for us.
Get some what? Oh no, we're gonna cook it in here.
Oh, sorry, separately.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Here we go. Have you put this on?
Yes. Adrian's course. Yeah, there's so much invaluable information that you will learn just to understand why you want to eat the way we are encouraging you to eat, all portions and macronutrients, energy levels, hunger levels, all of that. So really good course to do.
lots of information in that course.
Yeah. Cool. Our risotto grains have grown, so they're absorbing some nice liquid.
Sorry, I'm just checking the box here. Ooh. Okay, looks nice.
Yep.
Color.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that both bits get a bit of a
Crunch.
char.
Yeah. Now, like real chefs would do,
Stack.
they will stack it. Not sure if we have time, but I'll make a nice picture and stack it.
But remember, a perfect risotto should not really be
I
stacked.
know, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
But we can try. See what happens.
No, actually, it should be eaten in a soup plate.
Like a shallow bowl.
Yeah, the shallow
Yeah.
bowl. Yeah.
Tidy up. Joy, how are you doing? How's everybody doing with their cooking? Or have you all beat us?
Sorry, we are running so
We're
late.
almost there. Okay, that's all cooking. You've changed my once a week risotto habit, and now we're teaching you how to make it again. But on a weekend, when you've got friends coming over, it's a great dish to serve. Plates coming in sizes. What else? Still busy with my risotto. Okay, cool. So we're not the only ones that are behind schedule, but we're not far off.
That's my mic there.
You can put some salt and pepper on there. So salt and pepper are going onto the livers.
I never put too much salt when I cook, but I always over pepper.
Okay, that's not a bad way around.
Yeah.
Not to put too much salt.
Yeah, because then people can add salt with them.
Yeah. Taste your food first before adding water. Salma's is coming along well. Michelle's is looking good. Namik's is going well. Okay, everyone's still with us.
I think Tony is like saying, I'm never coming back to this house.
No. Well, like my cook last week had to go in the oven and we said goodbye because to wait 30 minutes for it to cook was not going to happen. So some recipes will just take longer than others.
Mm-hmm. All my students got vaccinated today, so they can't have a drink and say,
Oh.
I have to wait.
I got mine yesterday.
Oh, good. Good, good. You grate it on top or do you?
We'll put some in. Yeah, so you can start grating that. Grate your Parmesan cheese. Risotto should never be rushed. Exactly. Good food takes time. Don't a lot of restaurants put that on their menus? So we don't rush them. And then right at the last minute, we'll also stir through some cottage cheese just to up the protein, up the creaminess. You can leave it out if you want to. You can put actual cream if you want to. But we're keeping this. This is heart healthy because it's quite low fat with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. It's a good low fat, higher carb recipe for those of you that are on a low fat plan. This would be a good dinner to have. Just most people seem to do the lower carb option.
Or do you want to serve on a big one portion, or do you want to serve a big portion? I mean, put it all.
I think we dish it up.
Dish it up?
Yeah.
Per person.
Yeah. I'm putting some.
Or make one, then you can take the rest and put it in the shop.
Okay.
So you have to serve the pink one.
I'm putting some pepper in the risotto.
Not sure how much Parmesan did we need? Does anyone know?
I think it was 60 grams. Double check ourselves. Yep. So we'll need 120 because we've doubled up.
Yeah. Guys, I can't believe it's so quiet here. It's usually a madhouse. And I don't know, I think Granny is scared of the camera.
So she keeping everyone quiet. Hey, no. Oof. Shame. The dogs are being pretty good, but all these nice smells are very terrible. So, if you, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the risotto pot's just got a tiny little blip of bubbles every now and again. So very gentle heat. That's how you want to be cooking it. Looking and smelling good. I'm glad, Lorna. Nice paper grinder.
Everyone's still there? Say hi. You said Lorna looking and smelling good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Annalise, if you're still there, did you make it? Because yours must be absolutely divine, I'm sure. Annalise is quite a baker and a cook herself. So I'll just rate it. Please.
Yeah, so these guys are almost ready. They're still a little bit pinkish. And then we can chop them up roughly and stir them through there. Then we'll be good to go. Good. Put the cottage cheese in. And we have a teaspoon so I can just test the consistency of this risotto.
I was gonna do it when I said no. You go.
So it's still got a bit of a bite, like it's not just completely squishy, which is exactly how you want it. So we are very close.
Good.
And actually, taste it.
Yeah.
Because there's no salt in here yet.
No.
But just from the stock,
From the stock. I was just going to
it's actually quite nice and salty. So we put a little bit more. And the Parmesan cheese is also going to add some saltiness.
Wow.
Does it bring back memories of your
Yeah, but
childhood?
it doesn't need salt.
Yeah. Everyone can sit there and
Yeah.
let's reassess.
Ooh.
Reassess one's
Now you want to
cheese.
taste. You don't remember when that was made?
How does it compare? She improves.
She improves.
Là, ça le goût, c'est quoi? Le goût, c'est quoi?
No, it's butter and quite easy. Yeah. And how many people are worried about, but it's actually easy. What would you like?
Can we give these a rough chop?
A rough chop.
And Lisa's having lentil bourguignon. And that go on there.
Yes.
Should I just bring them up?
Oh, just, yeah.
Okay. So, risotto's ready. That's gonna rough chop up the livers a little bit smaller. I'm gonna put the cheese, the Parmesan cheese and the cottage cheese and just stir that through gently. And then we're ready to eat.
I'm just using the scissors because it's quicker, but you should probably do it with a fork. And a knife. You don't want it too mushy, huh? I mean, you want pieces. Here we go. Now, how do you like your chicken livers cooked? Because I mean, some like me like them actually pinkish.
Are those still pinkish?
No, those are those are fine. Those are perfect.
Okay.
But I know some like them like very, very, very cooked, and others like them. No, but then I'm a raw meat eater, so anything that's raw. But obviously no raw liver. I mean, liver has to be cooked a little bit. So that's there. We've got our broccoli.
Yeah, we are ready to
We are ready.
do something else. So let's dish up some puree.
Brad, you want to come choose your bowl? You want leftovers for school tomorrow anyway.
Hello, Sharon. Oh, my second camera's gone. Why?
Okay. Wait. This one. Want me to hold it? Are we there? Sorry guys, we're plating up now.
Just will bring everything in front of this camera.
Oopsie, is my face very close to the.
There's no one there.
Oh, what's happening?
Oh, there we are. Wrong one.
Oh, my brain's frozen.
Okay.
Okay, well, should
Don't worry,
we
we're
just?
plating up, so I'll just hold this.
I'll keep working on this. Do you want to dish up?
I'll be here for moral support.
Okay.
I think we're back.
No.
Next bit.
Okay.
Had mine while still frying. Get lots of edges and brown bits perfectly. No, are we still off?
Yeah, sorry guys, we're trying to. So this is Raf's little plate, and I'm just using the tomatoes and the veggies for her. I'm just gonna put in, and then I'm gonna mix it. A bit of the protein and proteins.
Well, I think my camera's like 15. Possibly. Yeah.
There we go.
No. Super weird.
So,
Oh well.
is that okay like this, right?
Good, yeah. That's cool.
And
Oh, yes.
we can have just a
Oh,
chicken
good.
sauce, and then
Oh, I'm sorry.
Finishing touches.
finishing touches, and the broccoli will be for tomorrow. So I don't know if you can
I didn't tilt it.
tilt it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you see
We'll
that?
take-
That's
we'll
the veggie option. Well, we'll
veggie
take some
option.
pictures.
We'll take some pictures.
Okay.
Now we
Non-veggie.
option.
We're going to deliver through the whole batch.
So we do that, and then maybe we can just use the big thing so they can all dish in. What do you think? Sorry guys, I'm just taking a picture for you so we can post. There we go. Ooh, smells nice.
Right. Yeah.
You can make a big one and you put your thing around. You're happy with that? Yeah.
Should I bring this
It's-
over?
Rescos.
A
Okay.
giant. Okay, should I bring this and you dish it out?
Yes. Okay. And what I like about these old pots is that they don't stick
Hmm.
and you keep them forever. There we go. Ooh. Wow. What do you think?
Looks good. Honey. Bon appetit. Yeah, I think it's waiting. Tastes delicious, looks delicious. The carb will be enjoyed. Good. Tastes great. Yay! So glad everyone likes it.
There we go.
This is a huge dish. This is my workout for the day to lift this thing to show you.
So we're just gonna
Please.
there we go.
And our finishing touches.
And our finishing touches, obviously.
Thomas is going to be fine. Okay, you guys.
It's bigger than Tony.
So cool. Can't fist right here, definitely. Okay, so you want to take a picture of this
Yes,
one,
I'm
and
looking
then we're going to tuck in. So thanks for bearing with us for
Thank you
an
so much. So
hour-long
sorry.
Jeff cook. But I hope you enjoyed it and have learned how to cook risotto. So play around with this. Try different flavor combinations, different veggies. So pureed pumpkin, pureed butternut, broccoli and spinach. Added some chopped up Henderson broccoli. Yeah, so we just put ours on the top.
Yeah.
But
It looks divine and it smells
to have some extra
divine.
veg. And post your pictures and tag us so we can see your creations. And we will see you again soon. And here's to Grandpa Hermans.
Thank you
Bye,
all.
everyone. Bye.